Shit. It's raining. Yeah, this is truly part of the societal collapse. It's raining and it feels chilly out in May. And it's still gonna go on a walk. Look, I'm making this because I see these doomers online who think they live in the worst timeline. You objectively do not live in the worst timeline if you live in the North American continent. And don't get me wrong, America has flaws nowadays, but when has America not had flaws? Now, one YouTuber who I'm subscribed to is called Where's Dave. And the reason why I'm subscribed to Where's Dave is because he is a funny person. He has nice editing skills. He has a nice voice. But oh my gosh, bruh, please stop promoting this ideal that we live in a dystopia or that this is the worst time to be alive. Like, what timeline in America do you want to live in? Do you want to live in the 1950s? Me and you are black, so I'm not really sure how well that's going to work out. The 1960s? Well, there was the Vietnam War draft going on, and a bunch of U.S. soldiers ended up getting, deployed and fighting and dying in a pointless war. The 1940s? Oh, wait. Nah. There's that whole World War II thing going on where hundreds of millions of people died worldwide. Oh, wait, the 1930s? I mean, we always complain about today's economy. Oh, wait, the 1930s had the Great Depression going on, where a bunch of people ended up being homeless and, losing their job, like way more than usual. All right, how about a timeline in America before the 1900s? Oh, wait, again, black people and especially natives. Yeah, that's definitely not a good time to be alive during that period. Not to mention the worse and more outdated healthcare. What I'm trying to say is that America, in fact the world in general, has always had flaws. Nothing is perfect. As of 2026, despite some flaws, this is still currently the most peaceful and sheltered timeline that we live in. And look, I get having grievances with AI or technology or whatever, but the thing is, if you're an American, you have a choice to not use or interact with that kind of stuff. You can literally just be like me and go outside and experience the world. Or you can also just suck it up and adapt to it, because this is not the worst timeline to be alive in. I mean, our ancestors survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and plus all the slaughter and killing that went on during the Roman Empire, plus legalized slavery. And like I said, there's always going to be problems, but if you're a North American, your problems are significantly still lesser compared to other countries and continents in the world. Like, I would much rather be an American than grow up in a dictatorship like North Korea. I would take being a North American than living in Mexico or any other cartel-run country. I would take being an American over living in any African country that, is full of malaria and other diseases. And, I served in the U.S. Army from the year 2019 to 2025. Do you know that I never saw like a day's worth of combat? If I was in any other timeline, I would have been shipped off to another war zone or something like that immediately. I grew up poor and black, but instead of being a doomer and crying about American society or saying that we live in a quote-unquote dystopia, I decided to go out and make something of myself instead of just being a total crybaby about, my situation. And I'm not saying you can't criticize modern societal flaws. I mean, that's why I'm subscribed to Business Cringe and the YouTuber Sergeant Ducky. These two YouTubers also have grievances with societal issues, but the difference is that they don't go full out doomer. The more I live, the less sane the world seems. Oh, Jesus Christ, calm down, anime profile pic. Like, what timeline do you want to live in? You want to live in a timeline where, it was legal to enslave and kill blacks? All we can do is sit back and enjoy the marvelous collapse. Oh man, I bet this person who wrote this comment is like one of those fedora wearing atheists who thinks they're smart or whatever. Look, if you're a North American, you objectively live in one of the most sheltered and peaceful countries ever. Quit acting like you're some sort of Middle Eastern child soldier. And look, Where's Dave? I like you, but how can you be talking about societal grievances and annoying stuff when you're also out here just sponsoring bullshit? And then there are those Americans who say that they don't own anything. Well, here's the thing. You don't own the IP to something, but what's stopping you from buying, a product and, not having it forever? All right, so I bought every episode of The Sopranos, Grave of the Fireflies, every episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, uh, regular show, and Adventure Time, and I don't own these. You're telling me right now, like a government agent or something like that is going to break into my home and just take away all my stuff that I illegally purchased? I don't own these? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Oh man, I hope they don't take away, my Blu-rays and DVD player or anything. And oh my gosh, I don't own Red Dead Redemption 2. I had this game for years. I didn't know that I didn't know that Rockstar could break into my place and steal it. I don't own Persona 5 or Yakuza 0. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can understand. I thought this only really applied to like multiplayer live service games. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I was going to play Bloodborne, but I don't own that too apparently. Oh my gosh. And look, if you're going through a bad situation, I'm not trying to diminish what you're going through, but if you're going through a bad situation and you live in North America, you have access to resources. There are so many resources and ways to help yourself out. I know for a fact that if someone like me who grew up in a poor black area can make it, I'm damn well sure that you can make it as well. There's all sorts of mental health institutes. You got like a family issue. There's professionals to deal with that. It's up to you to make your own situation better. If you just sit around all day talking about that you live in a dystopian or whatever, then yeah, you're not going to accomplish shit. And I also just want to say to any like anime fan or gamer out there, I know for a fact that you wouldn't last 5 minutes if you were transported to the 1900s where none of that stuff existed.